Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial video. Today we're going to take a look at spokes, wheel building, and how does it all work. So to start off, the wheel usually consists of three main parts. We have the hub in the middle, we have the rim on the outside, and we have the spokes in the middle. Now, there are many different sizes and shapes of hubs available, as with rims, but this is a disc brake hub and a disc brake rim. The spokes, they don't really care if it's disc brake or not, but generally it's recommended to use 20 gauge spokes for disc brake wheels, because it does put quite a bit of pressure on the spokes, and if they're 18 gauge, they might break a lot faster. But to get into it, we have the hub in the middle, and we have spokes running out in a specific pattern running to the rim. Now we have this is called a 3-cross pattern, so it crosses one spoke crosses different ones 3 times. So it's one. I'm going to show closer in a minute. So 1, 2, and 3 crosses. So it's a 3-cross lacing pattern. Now the hubs come in 32 or 36 holes, as do rims, and it does affect the lacing a little bit. There are some lacing patterns that work better with 32 hole hubs versus 36 hole hubs, but we're not going to be covering that in this video or even the next one, so that's going to be on the third video. Spokes, we have the spokes here and the nipples here, and when you tighten the nipples, it pulls on the spoke, it tensions it. Now when it does tension a spoke, when you tension it on this side, it pulls the rim in this area towards you, okay? When you loosen it, it actually gives away some of its tension and it moves to the other side, provided that the 2 spokes on the other side are tensioned enough to actually pull it away, okay? So for example, if we have to move this rim this way, and we have to do it in this area, we would tighten this, and this spoke, all on this side of the lacing. Now, on top of moving the rim sideways, it actually, the spokes move the rim also laterally. So for example, if I have a kink in the rim here, what I do is I tighten a spoke on this side and a spoke on the opposite side of the lacing, but they have to be next to each other. So if I tighten both of these spokes, the rim doesn't move this way or away from me, it actually moves down slightly. Now, by varying the different tensions on the spokes, you can affect how it runs, how true it runs, if it's slightly offset to one side or the other side, and you can take out low spots and high spots with it. If you have a very serious accident and the rim is running horribly elliptical, in most cases you can't really take it out, but you can still at least try. Okay, I'm going to show you a few close-up shots, and then I'm going to show you how the spokes actually work. Okay, as you can see from here, we have a lacing pattern where this spoke has a 3-cross. One is here, second is here, and third is here. Okay. Nipples here are usually made from brass or steel, more rarely from aluminum. The best ones that I can recommend are brass, because they don't corrode and they are fairly strong. Steel is basically the same weight, but they corrode, but they are slightly more durable. and aluminum ones are usually very expensive and reserved for high-end bicycles, and they usually have a proprietary spoke and nipple design. Okay, and to use or to turn the nipples here, we have a specific tool for this. There are many different sizes available. Okay, there are many different sizes available, but of the spoke tool and of the nipple. But in metric, the most standard sizes are 3.2 millimeter, 3.3 millimeter, and 3.5 millimeter. And of those three, 3.3 millimeter is the industry standard. There are many different sizes available for specialty bikes, but I'm not going to be covering them because they usually have a proprietary tool that you have to buy. And to be completely honest, I don't have any bicycles that use any proprietary spokes or nipples. So what do you do if you have to true a bicycle wheel and you don't have a truing stand with you? One of the tricks I found on the internet was very simple and very cheap. You take a cable tie, you put it across the chainstay tube or the fork tube, depending on which rim you're trying to repair, and you tighten it over the side of the tube. Not too tight, so you can still move it as such. And what you do now is you take off, so there's about this much left, about maybe half an inch or about 13 millimeters. Okay, so cut that off, and what you do now is you move this towards the rim. Okay, and what you do is you move it towards the rim, such, and now when you make the rim turn, you can actually see where it's hitting, and you can true it out. Now this doesn't work too well on the up and down or the lateral or dorsal movement, but you can take out the, you can true a rim pretty well using this method, which I'm going to show you this method in the next video. So I hope this covered the basics for you. I hope this was useful. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment, or if you like the video, you can click like and subscribe. Okay, thank you very much.